In today's tutorial, let's do this extra long super scarf, and this is my design, and I've taken this from a different Afghan and applied it to a scarf. I've just taken the stitch work and made it longer. Let me show you how to do today's stitch. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do this extra long scarf that you see here. If you love corner to corner, you'll absolutely love this, but instead of corner to corner, we're just going to go in the lengthways of the scarf, and we don't have to do very many rows of this because this is extra thick yarn, the Bernat Softee Chunky, using a size L 8mm crochet hook today. You're gonna notice that it's gonna go super quick. This is actually just a matter of repeating a certain row over and over and over until you get to the final when we're gonna make it nice and flat. So we'll start off flat, we'll do the corner to corner effect, and then we're gonna finish off flat. Let me show you how to do today's stitch. So today's stitch is the corner to corner, but done not in the diagonal, but done in straight rows. So when we get to the very edge, you'll notice that it will go nice and flat. So we're just gonna go in the lengthwise of this. Now I did 230 chains in order to do this entire scarf. I'm gonna teach you a secret on what you need to do to make it smaller. So if you would like the same idea but in a smaller scarf or even a different size Afghan, etc., all you just need to do is chain in multiples of 4 plus 2. So you go 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Once you get to the length of the chain that you want, you just add 2, and then you can start this pattern and be able to be successful at every time. Let me show you what's happening here within the stitch work. So like the corner to corner, what's gonna happen is that you see these 4 are working together on the same piece right here, and it's going this way, and then you see the next one, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be like a staircase all the way across. When you come back, you're gonna be filling in those staircase spaces with the next one that are leaning in the other direction, and therefore you'll have an extra space left as you go across, and when you come back you finish it. So when we do the final row, what we're gonna do up here is that we just have to do some fancy footwork, but it's not too crazy and it's easy to do in order to get the flatness so that you have a flat side on both sides, because that's what people desire the most. So let's begin and start off with the slip knot. So it says in the pattern to chain 230 if you want my exact scarf, but I'm gonna teach a smaller swatch of it, and if you want to change the size of your scarf, this is when you're gonna do it, or if you want to make this into an Afghan, etc. This stitch work I got from an existing Afghan on Yarnspirations, so I'm not the designer of this stitch, but in actual fact I've taken it from another Afghan to show you how to do it. So let's begin. I'm gonna chain in multiples of 4 and then I add 2 at the end, and therefore I can change the size. So I go 1 2 3 and 4, and just a reminder, if you want the scarf, just chain 230 and everything works out. So 1 2 3 and 4, and then I go again 1 2 3 and 4. So if you want a different size scarf, whatever this chain is, put it around your neck. You'll see the length of it and determine when you're gonna stop. Once you're satisfied with that, just add 2 at the very end. So 1 and 2, and there is my completed chain. So let me show you what to do next. So let's begin row number 1. Very simple. All we just have to do is second chain from the hook. So just count back. So 1 and 2, go to the second, turn it around and get the back loop of the chain only, and I want you just to single crochet yourself all the way across. That's it. So I told you that there's a flat edge on one side and there's gonna be a flat edge on the other side, and that's because this single crochet is gonna create the flat edge that you need on one side, and then when we go to finish it off, and I'll show you how to do that, you'll get a flat edge on the other side. So just single crochet yourself all the way across your chain. So I'm coming up all the way to the end. I go right to the final. So that is row number 1 complete. So nice and easy, right? So let's turn our work and go for row number 2. This is when we're gonna start doing the corner to corner look, or effect if you want to call it. So let's start off first. We're gonna chain 1 and watch. The next stitch over, not the same one, but the next stitch over is what we're gonna do all our work in. So the next stitch we're gonna single crochet, so just go right over to it, single crochet, and then I want you to chain 2. 1 and 2, and in that same stitch I want you to put 4 double crochets in there. So 1 2 3 and 4. Easy, right? So it doesn't look like it's gonna lean over yet, but watch. You're gonna skip the next 2 stitches. So skip the next 3 single crochets. So 1 2 3. So skip 3, go to the 4th one over, and I want you to single crochet into that one. And we're gonna begin again this, and see how it just pulled it over to lean? That's what you want. So now you're gonna start another one that's leaning over. So chain 2, that's how you do it every time, into the same stitch right underneath is, and then you're going to do 4 double crochets. So this is 2 3 and 4. just like that. So skip 3, 1, 2 and 3, go to the 4th like so, and then begin again. So remember, chain 2, 1 and 2, same stitch as where you are, and 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like that. So you got your 4 in, and then go into the very last one with a single crochet. That's how you do it. Okay, so it looks like it's leaning over. Remember I had said that there's staircase steps? It's stairs. See it? Now let's move along and go to row number 3. For row number 3 all the way to the final, until you do the final edge, is that it's always going to be the same. So watch how we do it, okay? So we're going to chain up 3. So we're always going to start up by chaining 3 to begin on row number 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Same stitch of where you are, you want to put in 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And watch what we're gonna do now. The stitch under the row underneath has these steps. So you're gonna just open up your hand here. This is the chain 2. Put your hook right into the space, and I want you to single crochet right into the space itself. And you're beginning to do a new one. So it's just like you were doing these other ones now, and now we're gonna begin normally. So you're gonna chain up 2, and into the same space you're gonna put in 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. See, it's just like corner to corner. So reach to the next one. See, it looks like steps. Just go into the last space here. This is the chain 2, single crochet into that chain space, and then chain 2 to begin another one. So 1 and 2, and then 4 double crochets right in there. 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like that. And this is your final. So because you have nowhere else to go, the final stitch is just a single crochet right into the last chain 2 space. That's it. Okay, kind of looks awkward right now, but it's not. So watch how it balances out next time we do this round. So we're gonna do round number 3 once again. So let's turn our work and repeat. So we keep repeating round number 3 until we're done. So remember, it's chaining 3 to begin. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 double crochets right into that same stitch right underneath. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then go up, you see it's leaning on its side. Here's the chain 2 space. Just go right into there and single crochet and begin again. So this time it's chain 2. So if you're not on an edge, it's always chaining 2 to begin, and then 4 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. This is 3 and 4, and you keep moving along your scarf. So just look, it's leaning over. Here's the last one. That's the chain 2 space, and begin again. So chain 2, and this is your last one before you hit the edge. So you just have to be conscious on your edges. That's all. No big deal. Just like that. And then because this is your final, because if you go anymore you're not going to be in balance, go right to the final chain 2 space and put in your single crochet. So this is what it's going to look like all the way across. So you see that you can see it leaning over one side, and then the other row it leans to the other side, and it does have 3-dimensional properties to it. You'll notice that the stitch work actually comes out. So let me show you how to do the final row, because if you want a flat edge you can't leave it like that. So let me show you how to do that next. So let's turn our work and let me show you how to finish off this if you were to get it to be flat. So what's going to happen here is that you're going to ignore the single crochets that are right here. You're only going to concentrate within the 4 double crochets that you have put into all of that. Okay, so here's 4 and there's 4. So this chain 2 space, you're going to ignore it for the final. So let's begin our first one. We're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2 and 3. And so we're going to use double crochets in order to have long stitches, and as it comes up it's going to get shorter and shorter, and we're going to compensate for that, and then we're going to jump over this chain 2 space and the single crochet and begin again. So what's going to happen now is that we're going to start balancing it. So the first double crochet down here, you're going to double crochet. Okay, the next one you are going to half double crochet. So just working along the top, we're gonna half double crochet the next, and the final 2 double crochets that are left, you're just gonna single crochet. So 1 and 2. So you're gonna skip over this chain 2 space and the single crochet and double crochet right into over here. You're gonna think it's, wow, it's a long way away, but if you push everything back and balanced, you'll notice that it's really not. So coming back down here, you're looking for the 4 double crochets. So this is 1, so you're skipping over the chain 2 space plus the single crochet, going right for the double crochet right here. And you're gonna double crochet, the next one will be half, and then 2 single crochets in a row. Do you see that? So there's only 4 stitches technically. So as we finish up, then you're gonna go along the top area like that. So as you finish up, just go right down to this first one. So you're gonna double crochet, you're gonna half double the next, and then the final 2 are gonna be single crochets like that. Does that make sense? And that's what it's gonna be, and it's kind of really kind of cool, and that's all you just need to do to bring it back in balance to make this extra long scarf. So you have a flat edge and a flat edge, and then all your fancy footwork in between. Until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarnspirations.com. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.